Good morning, everyone. Bonjour tout le monde. Je suis très heureux de vous accueillir tous à Ottawa. I'm so delighted to welcome all of you to Ottawa. It really is a great honor to be the host city for this wonderful event and to welcome more than 2,000 municipal leaders from across the country. Thank you all for coming to Ottawa. I want to start by saying hi to my colleagues from Ottawa City Council. Where are you? I know you're out there somewhere. Tim is there. Sean Devine is there. Catherine Kitts. A few others. Great to see you all. Aussi, mon homologue, Maude Marquis-Bissonnette, la mairesse de Gatineau, who will be joining us in a moment. FCM President Rebecca Bly, who's been doing a great job this week already. The FCM Vice Presidents, including my colleague from Ottawa City Council, Tim Tierney, the big flag waver. Our FCM CEO, Carol Saab, and members of the senior leadership team and staff who have been doing an amazing job putting this together. Everybody comes up to me and thanks me for putting on a great event, but I didn't do anything. It was all the FCM team, so let's give them a hand. Je suis très, très fier de ma ville natale. I'm very, very proud of my hometown. I've lived my whole life in Ottawa, and I truly, truly love this city. And Ottawa has changed a lot over the course of my life. I often say that my children are not growing up in the same city that I did. Compared to when I was a kid, Ottawa is much more vibrant and exciting. We have a great nightlife and restaurants, terrific museums and music festivals, and many different men's and women's professional sports teams now, including hockey, football, soccer, baseball, and basketball. I really hope you get to go out and enjoy Ottawa while you're here this weekend. But there's another way that Ottawa is different today from the city that I grew up in, and I think it's something that all of you could relate to. We are facing much different challenges today than we did 30 or 40 years ago. We're grappling with homelessness, mental health challenges, and substance use disorder, like many of you. Nous faisons face à des enjeux de sécurité publique, à des crimes de rue, et à des vols de véhicules. We're dealing with public safety issues and street crime and vehicle thefts. We're facing an affordability crisis and a housing crisis. We're responding to a climate emergency. We're dealing almost every year with major weather events that are supposed to happen once a century. We're trying to build and operate public transit while employers are using hybrid workforces. We're trying to refurbish crumbling infrastructure in existing communities and build roads and sewers for brand new neighborhoods. And now, on top of all of that, we're facing significant uncertainty, economic uncertainty, because of tariffs and the threat of a global trade war. J'entends chaque jour des résidents me dire qu'ils s'inquiètent pour l'avenir. I hear from residents every day that they're worried about the future. They're worried about what's happening in their communities. They're worried they won't be able to pay their bills. They're worried their kids won't be able to afford to buy a home. En tant que leaders municipaux, nous faisons face à tous ces défis. As municipal leaders, all of us are confronting these challenges. And I don't have to tell any of you, we don't have the resources or the tools to do it. Now, we often talk about the three orders of government, the federal, provincial, and municipal governments. But if I've learned one thing since I became mayor, it's that this description isn't really accurate. It doesn't tell the whole story. It implies that all three orders are equal or equivalent. But the fact is, we're in a completely separate category. We don't have the same powers or revenues as the other two orders. People often ask me, what's the biggest surprise since you became mayor? And my answer is the number of times I have to go to the provincial or federal government to ask for help. They have two big sources of revenue that grow with the economy, sales taxes and income taxes. We don't. They can run deficits. We can't. So we aren't equal at all. I like to say it's almost like they're the parents and we're the child. They make all the rules, and we get an allowance based on the list of chores and responsibilities that we have around the house. We're kind of like the teenager. But here's the thing, that allowance was set more than 100 years ago. And the list of responsibilities just keeps growing and growing. It includes a dozen things that we couldn't have even imagined when we set the allowance in the first place. So once in a while, we can go to our parents and ask for a bit more money on top of our allowance. But when they give us a bit of cash, it comes with a whole bunch of conditions that make sure we have no independence or authority in deciding how to apply it. So my message to the other orders of government is it's time to start treating us like grown-ups. Il est le temps de nous traiter comme des véritables partenaires. It's time to start treating us like partners. It's time to start treating us like equal partners. I know the federal government has a lot on its plate right now dealing with the tariffs and trade threats from the United States, but we need the new government to deliver for municipalities. We need a new deal. If we're going to tackle all these new responsibilities that were never imagined at the time of Confederation, we can't keep working within the same outdated system that is more than 150 years old. We simply don't have the resources to tackle the challenges we're facing. We need a better approach, one that gives municipalities the resources to deliver results for our residents. Nous avons besoin d'une meilleure approche, une approche qui donne aux municipalités les ressources nécessaires pour obtenir des résultats pour nos résidents. Now, I know it might not sound like it, but I'm actually optimistic and hopeful. I am. We have a new government. We have a new Prime Minister. We have a unique set of circumstances right now. There's a renewed sense of Canadian patriotism. Wave those flags. Let's see those flags. Canadians have never been prouder of their country. They've never been more defiant about sticking up for their country. I think this is a moment, a historic moment. We have an opportunity to redefine our relationship with the other orders of government. With the right new partnership, a real partnership, we can build more homes, we can build more infrastructure, we can build better communities, we can help the homeless and the mentally ill, we can create safer communities. Nous pouvons créer des communautés plus sécuritaires. We can launch more public transit and build more roads. All we need to do is work together. As municipal leaders, let's continue to demand that the other orders of government create a new fiscal framework that gives us what we need to do our jobs. I'm looking forward to the conversations today and throughout the weekend. This is a time of great challenges and great risk. There's a lot at stake for Canadians. There's a lot at stake for municipalities. But this is also a time of great opportunity. With a new government, we have an opportunity to build a new partnership. Let's fight for what is fair for our municipalities and our residents. Let's seize the moment, and let's keep working together until we are finally true partners in this wonderful, wonderful country of Canada. Thank you. Merci beaucoup.